Imagine a place on our planet, a single point that is both everywhere and nowhere. This spot at 0 degrees latitude and 0 degrees longitude should be the most famous intersection in the world. Yet, it sits in quiet anonymity, hidden beneath the waves of the Atlantic Ocean. What secrets does this point hold? The truth is far more fascinating than any fiction. It's a story about human ingenuity and our quest to make sense of our world. This point is a product of our own minds. We needed a system to navigate our vast oceans and sprawling continents. We wrapped our world in a grid of imaginary lines. The story of this special point is the story of our journey from local inhabitants to global navigators. The mystery of 00 is a modern mystery, born in the age of computers and satellites. In the digital world, this point has taken on a life of its own. It has become a destination for lost data, a phantom island that appears on maps where no island exists. This intersection of the real and the virtual is where our story begins. It's a journey to a place that is both a lonely spot in the ocean and a bustling metropolis in cyberspace. The story of 0 latitude, 0 longitude is more than just a tale of coordinates. It's a reflection of who we are, explorers, inventors, and storytellers. To understand the significance of our special point, we first need to understand the map itself. Think of the Earth as a giant sphere. How do you tell someone your exact location on it? You need a coordinate system. That's where latitude and longitude come in. They are the two pieces of information that make up our planet's address system. Without them, global navigation, trade, and communication as we know it would be impossible. Let's start with latitude. Imagine horizontal lines wrapping around the Earth, parallel to the equator. The equator itself is the most important one. We call it 0 degrees latitude. As you travel north from the equator, the latitude increases, all the way up to 90 degrees north at the North Pole. Now for the other half of our address, longitude. These are the vertical lines that run from the North Pole to the South Pole. They are called meridians. But unlike latitude, there isn't an obvious starting point for longitude. For historical reasons, we chose the line that runs through Greenwich, England as the starting point. This is the prime meridian, or 0 degrees longitude. From this line, we measure 180 degrees to the east and 180 degrees to the west. So every point on Earth has a unique combination of a latitude value and a longitude value. New York City is at roughly 41 degrees north latitude and 74 degrees west longitude. And what happens when you look for the place that is at 0 degrees latitude and 0 degrees longitude? You find the origin point of our entire system, the grand central station of our global grid, the spot where the equator meets the prime meridian. This is the place we are seeking, the ultimate intersection, the heart of our map. Why Greenwich? The answer has nothing to do with geography and everything to do with history and power. For centuries, sailors could figure out their latitude easily, but longitude was a different beast. The British government offered a massive prize for a solution, eventually solved by John Harrison's marine chronometers. Because Britain was a global power, their maps and starting point became the de facto standard. In 1884, an international conference voted on a single prime meridian, and Greenwich won. The prime meridian isn't a natural feature, it's a political and scientific agreement. It represents a moment when the world came together to solve a common problem. Every time you check a map or use a GPS, you are using the legacy of that decision. The choice of Greenwich set the stage for our journey to the point where that line meets the equator. We have our coordinates 0 degrees latitude, 0 degrees longitude. This spot is located in the vast blue expanse of the Atlantic Ocean in the Gulf of Guinea. It's about 614 kilometers south of Ghana and about 1,000 kilometers west of Gabon. If you were to sail to this exact location, what would you see? Just water. Endless blue ocean in every direction, meeting the sky at the horizon. The significance of this location is entirely human-made. Without our grid system, it would be just another patch of sea. But wait, if you look closely, you might see something. Anchored to the seabed is a weather buoy, silently collecting data day and night. This buoy is the only physical thing that marks this globally important spot. It is the sole resident of 00, a silent witness to the intersection of our imaginary lines. The physical reality of 0 degrees north, 0 degrees east is one of oceanic solitude. It is a place defined by its lack of features. And yet, this very emptiness is what makes it so interesting. It's a blank canvas, because while the physical location is empty, the digital location is anything but. This is where the story takes a strange turn, from geography to computer code. This is where we leave the real world behind and sail to a place that exists only in the machine, a place of digital ghosts. In the world of computers, the .00 is called Null Island. It's not a real island, but a digital quirk that's become an inside joke among geographers and programmers. When a computer program makes a mistake, it sometimes defaults the coordinates to 00. This phenomenon became so common that mapmakers gave it a name and a whole mythology. They created a fictional country for this location, complete with a flag and history. Null Island is a perfect example of human creativity and humor. We took a technical glitch and turned it into a story. It highlights the gap between our digital systems and the messy real world. Null Island is the ghost in the machine, a digital artifact that reminds us our systems are only as good as the data we feed them. It's a funny, fascinating byproduct of our attempt to map the world with perfect precision. While Null Island may be a fiction, there is something real at 00. It's a buoy, part of the Prediction and Research Moored Array in the tropical Atlantic, or PIRATA. This network of buoys helps us understand and predict climate and weather. The buoy at 0 degrees north, 0 degrees east is a key part of this system. Its official name is Station 13010, Seoul. This buoy is an autonomous weather station packed with scientific instruments. It measures air temperature, wind speed, water temperature, salinity, and ocean currents. This data helps us understand weather patterns like El Niño and La Niña. The Seoul buoy is a testament to our dedication to understanding our planet. It is a beacon of science in a sea of digital noise, quietly telling us the true story of our planet's oceans and atmosphere. Has anyone ever actually been to 00? The answer is yes, though such visits are rare. The most frequent visitors are scientists and crew aboard research vessels maintaining the PIRATA Seoul buoy. However, others have been drawn to the spot out of curiosity and adventure. It has become a pilgrimage site for geography nerds and modern-day explorers. Visiting it requires chartering a boat and navigating precisely with GPS. Those who have made the journey describe a profound experience. Visitors often take a swim, have a celebratory drink, and take photos with their GPS devices. These visits highlight our fascination with origins and centers. The .00 is a global center of our own making. Visiting it is a way of physically connecting with the abstract grid that orders our world. The legend of Null Island has grown beyond a simple programmer's joke. It has become a part of our digital culture, a meme that pops up in surprising places. Data visualization artists use Null Island to represent flawed data in interesting ways. Software developers include Easter eggs in their mapping applications referencing the island. The story of Null Island serves as a cautionary tale in our data-driven world. It reminds us of the principle garbage in, garbage out. Null Island represents the millions of data errors that can corrupt databases and lead to bad decisions. The myth connects to our tendency to see patterns and create stories where there are none. Null Island is a modern folktale, a story about the digital world we are building. It's a place that captures the surreal nature of our lives, where digital and physical worlds overlap. So, what is really at Earth's 00? Physically, it is a lonely spot in the Atlantic Ocean, home to a buoy named Seoul. But conceptually, it is so much more. It is the heart of the system we invented to understand our planet. It is a monument to our species' intelligence and need for order. This point is also home to a digital fiction named Null Island. It represents our creativity, humor, and ability to find meaning in glitches. Null Island is a reminder that as we build complex digital worlds, we create strange new artifacts and stories. The dual nature of this location captures the human experience. The .00 is where the physical and mental worlds meet. It is a testament to our relentless curiosity and drive to measure and quantify everything.